Well, hello there, Cancers. It is Drew from Flames of the Phoenix Tarot doing your January general reading. Apologies for the delay. What happened was I've actually received quite a few private readings, and so I was doing that. And then on the weekend, actually, I tried to do your readings, and then for some bizarre reason, the recordings weren't recording. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. And I'm going to do it fresh on Monday, which is what I'm doing right now. So welcome to your general reading. So again, I read cards intuitively, not always based on what they are. For this session here, I have the Simpsons tarot cards. I have Mystical Wisdom that I got there. And then the last unicorn is the final one that I'm using for today. Each deck was shuffled 3 times, and then I allowed 3 rounds of each card deck to come out. It actually came out in 4 groupings, which I thought was quite interesting there. So I'm going to just start for how it was. And for those of you who've watched my recordings in the past, I shuffle and I allow the cards just to come out naturally. And some come up face down, some come up face up, and then some just show up. And what was interesting for your reading was that it actually created 4 blocks. And when I'm shuffling over top of the cards too, so it's also allowing the cards to kind of go to their locations. And that's what it felt like when I was doing your reading today, or pulling your cards. So let's just get started here. I want to start with this one here, because this actually came up really quickly here. So card face down here is the world. So I guess things are working there for you. Things are trying to move forward, which is always nice to see. I also have this here too. This is based on a lot of feedback where a lot of you were saying it's kind of nice to see the cards when they're kind of being laid out. Ace of Wands. So this is the world. This is the Ace of Wands. This is telling me that there's a journey happening, a journey that you've been meaning to do for a while, and it sounds like you've actually been procrastinating for a little bit. Hi-yo. 9 of Cups reversed. So usually if it's face up, and look at there, Monty having his phone conversation there. Face down, it's almost like you need to have a conversation with yourself. And then the Fool, totally is what needs to happen here. So with the Fool card showing up, it's kind of telling me that maybe you are missing out on something and that you've been meaning to take this journey. It's almost like you want to do a reset. That's what I'm getting here, just based on these cards here with the world being central to this. It's almost like you're wanting to do a reset. Now's the time to obviously do it. It is January, so great time to do it if that is something that you're looking to do and procure. Let's look over here at this deck here. So with the last unicorn, the Queen of Coins came up here. So stability, nurturing, understanding that you have what it takes to do what it is that you need to do. These 2 cards here, the 4 of Pentacles. So you do have some solid foundation, but you don't know. You don't know. Or maybe you do know. Interesting. Okay, so why I'm saying interesting is that the 2 of Swords usually means you don't know the information, but you know how to do it. But with it being reversed, it's almost like you know how to do it, but you don't know where to start, is what I'm kind of getting there. The King of Wands. So with the Wands being here, with the journey here, and now the King of Wands showing up here, it's almost like if this was a progressional reading, it would say that you actually achieved the journey that you were trying to manifest. Oh, and friendship card. So that's the Mystical Wisdom card deck that I have off to the side here. So it looks like, oh, if I were to read them all together right now, with the 2 of Wands and then the Empress reverse there, it's almost showing me that there's a friendship that you've been meaning to work on. That's totally what I'm getting now. It's like, well, friendship with the mystical card. But with the 2 of Wands, it's almost like you've been procrastinating on a friendship or going away with somebody. So not necessarily a partner, but somebody that you are best friends with, and that you've been meaning to have that vacation or journey with them. The Queen of Coins could very well be that person in your life that does give you stability. And it's almost like you need to spend that time with them in order to actually get that relationship, flourishing. Let's go down here. Last unicorn. So Death card. Death card's always a good card. A lot of people think Death card's a bad card. It's not actually a bad card. It's actually talking about rebirth and re-energizing and getting what you need. And maybe it's taking away the shackles from before. At least that's what I wanted to say out loud. And again, I just talk with what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. Sometimes it works out well. Sometimes it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. The 2 mystical cards here, Celebration and Legends. Yeah, I think that this section here, if anything, it's almost time for for a positive change. Look at what you're doing. I'm almost getting like school vibes. So not necessarily going back to school, but learning a new skill. And then with the Seven of Swords, oh, again, which would be lessons being learned. And then the King of Cups is emotional maturity. So I feel like with it being reversed here, I'll show you the card here. With the card being reversed, it's almost telling me here that you are wanting to change. And I do get like school vibes, but it's not necessarily school vibes, but it could also be like learning who you are, like better understanding of who you are and what your true self looks like. It's almost like an energy boost is what you're looking for. This last area here, the Three of Swords, look at that, some sadness. It's almost like you need to let go of something. It's not the friendship, it's not the schooling. Maybe these cards will tell me, because there's a lot. Well, there's 3 cards here from The Simpsons. Let's see what's going on here. The Moon. So sometimes we need to kind of understand that our path ahead of us is not always what we think it needs to be. I always use the idea that, with the moon, it's casted usually behind you. So it gives you a warmth and a glow, and sometimes it re-energizes us. But it also lets us reset what it is that we're looking for as well. What's going on over here? So the Six of Coins, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands, pardon me, and the Ace of Wands. Sometimes it's hard to read upside down, like it is what it is. So I'll just show you that and kind of give you perspective. So my instinctual reaction is going here for the Knight of Cups, and it's almost like you're emotional, but you're not allowing yourself to be emotional. It's like you're holding back. And with the Ace of Wands, look at that. Ace of Wands, one's reversed, one's not. It's almost like you're taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And that Five of Wands, where it is there and it's reversed as well, it's almost like you're fighting something. And it's like you've been meaning to do this for a long time, but you're just not allowing yourself to let go. I wonder if you are trying to align with societal norms. Seven of Cups, so emotional baggage, frustration. There's a little bit of fire inside of you, but it's all emotional based. So what's going on here? Okay, let's see. The Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So usually, and I always joke with all my readings that the Magician, I always see myself as a magician, but it's also seeing yourself as a magician. So are you seeing things for what they truly are? The Ten of Pentacles is talking about stability. So it's almost like if this is like growth and development, these are like relationship journey cards. It's like you want to reset. Like it's almost like for those of you who are around my age, in my 40s, in Canada, you know how you had to have the ballpoint pen, and then you'd have to press in to reset something like an electronic device. That's almost what I'm feeling like when I'm seeing this. It's like you have this ability to reset, get something like level yourself up, be vulnerable, test out the waters, and just see what is the options there for you. And I feel like that is definitely what I'm getting in terms of vibes for here. Some overarching things, because I am feeling like there's some overarching themes for your reading this month. It's like the Simpsons cards, first and foremost, that was the first deck that I pulled. A lot just spewed out. So in my opinion, there's a lot going on in terms of character development, growth, and who you are as a person. But it's almost like you're fighting it. It's like society doesn't want me to be like that, so I'm not being like that. Or somebody doesn't like when I'm like this, but I'm not going to be like this. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, why are you not being your authentic self? Like there's friendships that are flourishing if you allow them. The world, if you do decide to go on that journey of self-discovery and fulfillment. The Death card, rebirth, like this is like a very positive reading for Cancers. It's just a matter of like, I feel like if this is like the first step, it's like allowing yourself the permission to actually be who you want to be rather than what other people expect you to be. So with that, I'm going to leave you there, Cancers. If you liked the reading, please like, subscribe, share it with anybody and everybody for that matter. I wish you a fantastic month and year ahead and look forward to seeing you in the future. Bye-bye.